refresh the page. Starting. Okay, we are live. And how do I actually... here we go. Share to Twitter. Oh. Okay. Hello. It is Carsman50 and Andrew back again this week for the hardware diversity discussion. And we are here to talk to some other topics. How have you been?
Good.
Yeah, busy week.
Yeah, gaming heaps. Very busy.
I see. Yes, no, it has certainly been interesting for myself as well, and good to actually get into GTA 5 properly too. Yeah, well, definitely good to get back in GTA 5 properly. Anyway,
Definitely.
Yeah, no. We have some exciting topics on the table this week. We've got some more AMD news, stuff about Intel. Yes, Intel's always got news. Nintendo Switch, and also we have some random science and some other random topics about gaming as well. I've been told that I am actually a bit quiet, so I will turn myself up. Hang on, levels. Hopefully we'll switch it to 100%. Is that better? Oh, apparently we're getting bad connection over there. Anyway.
No, it's all good. It's louder.
It's louder than it was.
Yep, definitely.
Okay, so we've actually got, we'll start off with our first topic, and that is AMD back to Vega discussion again. Yes, I know we extensively talked about that last week, but there has been a few updates, and I should like you to kick it off this time. Have you looked at the TweakTown article here talking about HBM specifications?
Who, me?
Yeah, I'd like you to kick it off.
Yeah, I'm stuck on their page where it says ads slowing you down. Go ad-free today. Watch a short video and say hello to an ad-free experience.
I know the site is shocking, because I've just actually added ad blocker to my to my Chrome, and it keeps doing that now, which does piss me off. But actually, I'll probably let you watch the video. But anyway, it does say that HBM is actually going to be at a slightly more reduced capacity and speed initially for the HBM cards, and may also hint at a possibly lower end Vega top end graphics card due to the speed of HBM2, and it's looking like it's going to be a difference of 1.6 gigabits compared to 2 gigabits per second per pin, which lowers the maximum bandwidth of the stack to 204 gigabytes per second compared to 256. They are currently in mass production, so this is where it's going to go ahead for now, and so that's still going to be quite a comparable in terms of speed compared to HBM1, which is on the Fury and Fury X situation. So this is an interesting report. I'm wondering what you think in terms of how much that probably, does it say percentage-wise what that will be in terms of percent slowdown, but do you think that will create a Fury to Fury X situation, which they had last time, where there'll be a higher-end card that will be enthusiast level, I suppose, but still quite high-end, and then the X model will be more competing with the NVIDIA enthusiast cards? What do you feel about the lower speed in terms of the HBM spec, if that's going to be truthful or not? Because apparently it is confirmed from SK Hynix themselves. So, yeah, what do you think about that?
One difference between 1.6 and 2 gigabits per second is not that much. Really, we're talking 20%. Roughly?
Yeah, so it's going down from 256 gigabits per stack to 204. Because remember, there was a thing floating around where the GTX 1070, you can actually see quite a considerable, not considerable, noticeable improvement in frame rate if you just overclock the VRAM, because there's quite a bottleneck in terms of running standard GDR5 to GDR5X, which is on the 1080. So I wonder if this will be a similar situation where you'll see quite a substantial increase in performance if you overclock the monthly subscription cost to be about $26, which in comparison to Sony and Microsoft is about $59 per year for Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus. So I suppose in terms of that, it's not too bad. And you do get, there will eventually be Netflix on there too, and also there will be, Amazon Prime and all that kind of stuff will be available a few months down the line. And also there will be access to an NES or a Super Nintendo Virtual Console for a month. Yes, so you'll be able to play emulated Nintendo and Super Nintendo games too. So that'll be quite cool. Hopefully they have a lot of titles for that as well. But apparently the Switch is coming March 3rd for $299 US. So hopefully they do get some sales. I'm hoping that Nintendo can appeal to the adult gamer again and be able to, get back what they had, because Nintendo were magic. They were really the console to go to, weren't they, in terms of console gaming back in the 80s and even the early 90s as well.
Yeah, that's it. The Ataris sort of started it off. Nintendo came in and steamrolled the Ataris, and Nintendo, as you said, was the go-to console. And then, I don't know, man, sometimes
PlayStation just took over.
Yeah. Yep, it's a bit like actors that typecast themselves in the same roles. You see a tough guy, and then in the next movie he's a tough guy, and the next movie he's a tough guy again, and then suddenly you see him trying to play a romantic role, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
yeah, exactly. Yep.
You sort of sit back, point, and laugh, right? Nintendo, I think, like, this is my own personal opinion here, but they sort of did the same thing with Mario Kart. Right? It got a lot of kids addicted, but now those kids have grown up and they've outgrown that console. And they're off buying PlayStations, and they're off buying Xboxes, or building their own PCs and modifying those so they can play first-person shooters at mind-bending frame rates, right? It's the sort of stuff that you don't get on the Nintendo. So they've sort of lost their way a little bit. The world has moved on. Maybe this is the answer.
Yeah, because, obviously, when people first started gaming, probably yourself as well, is you're a kid. And I feel that a lot of people who are still fans of Oh, we're back. Andrew just had to leave for a second because he's had to duck away, but the stream seems to be up. I don't know why it was glitching out there before. Sorry about the video output low. I might have to turn my Wi-Fi. It is off on my phone. I don't know what's going on actually with that. I wonder if it's due to my... I'll close that off. I should better reload those tabs. Oh, there we go. We are actually getting our stream data back up. It's running at about 2.5 megabits. 952 megabits. Kilobits. Anyway, but it's not particularly live, but it should be fine for what we're doing. But anyway, I'll just keep you guys reasonably entertained while I
$20 and giving us a real headache. I believe this is probably the best AMD can do here. Give us something to really think about instead of automatically going for the 7700K. How much do you think those 8 cores are gonna matter? How much do you need the extra productivity? And how much do you want to save another $30? Then you've got the two 6-core CPUs, the Ryzen X 6s, 6 cores, 12 threads. maybe coming in around $280. Clearly faster than the i5, faster than the i7, and everything apart from gaming, and a very interesting price. The 6-core 6-thread part coming in at $230, 6 cores cheaper than 4 Intel cores. And there's something interesting here because I feel Intel has really screwed up with their segmentation. The 7600K should have had higher clock speeds by default. Based on the clock speeds, they have given AMD a chance here to be faster with a 6-core, even in games that only use 4 cores. If Intel segmentation comes back to bite them in the arse, then this is everything they deserve. Right at the most popular gaming CPU segment, then that would be just the kind of justice they deserve for the past 5 or 6 years. And finally, the last two, the Ryzen X4s. I see no reason why these can't hit 4 GHz plus. $200, 4 GHz, but again the thing here is the yield. AMD doesn't want to sell an awful lot of these, at least not the ones that they have artificially fused. They will happily sell you the salvaged parts, of course, but because the $200 CPU market sells a lot more units, effectively, for them to really cover this market point really does require the native 4-core part instead. So I don't believe that the pricing is going to be as good as you may expect here. So maybe 4 cores, 4 threads for say $210 and 4 cores for $190. Clearly faster than the i3s, costing a bit more than the fastest i3, but faster across the board and pretty much as low on price that AMD would want to go with this part. So there is the final table of what I believe, and my neck is squarely on the line with that. The truth is, this is just pure speculation, and like I said at the start, we really don't have that much information yet, but I'm pretty sure that's going to change by a lot over the next 4 weeks. I will of course be paying attention and reporting on the most interesting stuff while also preparing for the launch, and of course 1 or 2 other epic videos in the works as well. I'll catch you later, guys.
Just have to comment on his outro here for a second. I do quite like it. Anyway, that was the end of that video. Andrew, hopefully you're back sometime soon. Just checking Facebook here for a second.
How's the stream going?
It's back up now, and I
Cool.
just played the last of the Zen video that we were watching before. But anyway, we'll crack on with the last couple of topics. We're actually quite under time here. We're on 40 minutes on the schedule here, so that's pretty impressive.
That's like last week.
No, well, 2 hours plus, man. That was a good chat, but also could tone that down just a little bit. But you know,
Cuts down our gaming time, bro. Come on.
Yes, we've got to get into GTA 5. But anyway, this is an interesting topic that we talked about. Did we talk about this, or did we talk about this in a private chat? The hydrogen
which
fuel
one?
cells.
No, we actually talked about that online.
We did.
Yep.
Paying $150 million for themselves to this company is quite a big. I don't think anybody would like to lose $150 million. So, but
Yeah, ouch.
that's so, and also the company does plan to file an appeal, so that means it could go to trial, and they may win their money back. But if they've broken NDA and broken trade secrets and stuff, I'm not sure that ZeniMax would be too happy about reappealing the case. But
Yep.
yeah,
Not very good, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Tell you the worst part from our perspective though is like from the like the end user at the bottom of the R&D chain, right? The worst thing is dudes that have gone out and bought VR headsets from Oculus. You see guys on there, oh, I bought this Oculus, and it's so cool and blah. If the company just evaporates overnight because of the lawsuit, like they'll beat it down, they'll plea it down somehow, and they won't have to pay quite that much money. But the problem is that the end user gets stuck. That's the thing. Imagine this plays out another couple of years, and then the company just goes belly up because they're going to move to the Cayman Islands or something. Or some non-extradition country. The problem is that your hardware, despite being worth nothing, is when it breaks down, you have no recourse. Yeah, that's it. You will literally have to go and buy more hardware, which I suppose is the way the PC world works. Once something gets pretty well outdated, it stops getting supported. Look at Windows, for instance. And that'll be the end of that. So, yeah, that's like the bigger issue, I think, is the guys at the bottom line who are actually funding the company that build all this stuff, and then the guys at the top make a mistake, and oops, everybody suffers.
Yeah,
the whole house of cards falls down. So, yeah,
I think Facebook probably has enough financial security to cope with that sort of stuff.
You would think so.
And to be honest, I think they're probably going to count their blessings to say that, well, shit, we're sort of lucky that we've got investment from them at this time because of what they're getting sued for now. Because I don't think Oculus could have funded the repayments to ZeniMax if they hadn't had this investment. But as you're saying, if there's deeper stuff getting found out and they have to pay more and more stuff, Facebook just might pull out.
They might just cut their losses and walk away. Like Mark Zuckerberg didn't get as big as he is, and Facebook didn't get as big as he is by being a dick.
No.
So he might look at this on paper and go, profit, loss, okay, let's throw that one in the bin then. And that'll be the end of the technology that Oculus is developing. But it'll be the end for the end user as well.
Because although people have preferences. I haven't had a go on any of these headsets, but Vive looks more appealing to me than the Oculus, because I suppose the Oculus is more of a sit down simulator Vive VR, and the Vive is more of an active sort of moving around, going crazy wahoo sort of VR, which actually looks a lot more fun to me, and you are paying a premium for that. But obviously people who even use VR for research purposes